Carey Fruitman is a Canadian-Israeli who has been living in Israel for the last 30 years. He joins us from Rishon LeZion, just outside of Tel Aviv. Carey, thanks so much for making time for us today.
My pleasure.
Carey, and if I'm not mistaken, we were supposed to speak to you just a couple of minutes ago, but you had to go take shelter again. Can you describe what happened a few moments ago?
Well, the local home front system sounded off the alarms, and we went to our bomb shelter that we have in our house.
And then,
and that's according to the instructions that we received from the home front.
So then, how do you know when it's safe to come out? Same thing.
When the boom stops. When the booming stops.
Carey, I'm just shocked because, yeah, like you're shrugging your shoulders. You seem really chalant. Like, tell me about the state of mind that you're in.
Well, I mean, the launching of rockets and missiles into the center of Israel is not anything new. I mean, we've been going through this for decades, I could say. I mean, but certainly it's unusual when it gets up into the center part of the country. In Rishon LeZion, in my town, it almost never happens. Where it does happen often, and that's where the real pain of it all is in the south of the country. And they get it, all the time. When it happens, they get it nonstop. When it happens in Rishon LeZion, it's unusual. But again, it's nothing new.
Talk to me about this morning when dawn hit for you and the first set of attacks were being launched. Where were you? What did you experience?
I was sleeping. I mean, it was quite a rude awakening. First, we didn't realize what was going on, and then the alarm started to go off, so we gathered ourselves, got out of bed, ran downstairs to our in-house bomb shelter, and waited it out, and then it was like in and out every few minutes.
And it's been like that all day?
Well, it was like that until about noon, and then there was a long pause in my area in Rishon LeZion. The south of the country has been getting hit all day long without any stop in the activity.
When you say you and your family go into your bomb shelter, can you describe what that is? Because my guess is most of us in Canada don't have a bomb shelter.
It's just another room on the ground floor of the house, but with really thick cement walls. I mean, it's built to a certain code that's supposed to withstand, I suppose, a direct hit even into the house. Most houses that have been built, let's say in the last 20 or 30 years, either have a room, like a private home would have that. Apartment buildings might have their own, or they might have a shared room like that on their floor or in the building.
You did mention at the beginning of this discussion that this is not unusual to have attacks launched against Israel by Hamas, but what happened today is unusual in that it completely caught Israeli security forces completely off guard. The scale of the attacks, and there's still ongoing attacks happening right now, and the fact that potentially 50 Israelis, including soldiers, have been taken hostage. What do you make of that? If you were to talk to your local member of parliament or your local mayor, what would you say about what's taken place today?
It's an intolerable situation all around. I mean, the unusual part of today is that Hamas invaded us. They invaded our country. They crossed the border. They knocked down the fence. They got in. They took hold of settlements of civilians. They got hold of a base down south as well, and got control of vehicles, army vehicles, and other public vehicles. That's what's unusual about this. Launching of rockets is something that, unfortunately, I hate to say it, but we're kind of used to it. But this is a whole new level. This is just taking things way, way beyond any kind of activity we've seen from Hamas or from Gaza.
What are the kinds of conversations you're having with your friends and neighbors?
A lot of, well, everybody's asking how we're doing, if we're safe, you know, what's going on, what do we think about it? General concern. I mean, people are watching this, I guess, all over the world. They're watching it probably on the CBC. They're watching it on CNN. So, you know,
but Carey, I'm
they
asking,
sometimes see things that we don't. Yeah.
Forgive me, I'm asking your friends and neighbors in Israel who are also experiencing this along with you. How are they feeling? Are they all as nonchalant?
Some are, some aren't. You know, everybody reacts to it differently. But my friends and relatives are pretty much the same as me. You know, we've been through this before, and but again, like I said, today has been a whole new level, and so it's taking everybody by surprise, and so everybody's a little bit more concerned. Right? Let's say not a little bit, a lot more concerned about the future, about what's going on. I mean, even now I can still hear the booms going on around me. But anyways, yeah, a lot of concern from friends and relatives, even though they know that it's okay. I got to go back to my shelter.
Yeah, good. Go be safe. Take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Carey Fruitman, thank you so much for your time, sir.